Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the second instalment of the Tiny Rebel Trilogy of Shit. Well, I don't know if it's going to be shit. It might be really good, this. The only reason why I say Trilogy of Shit is because I bought 3 Tiny Rebel beers. And obviously, Trilogy, 3. I don't know why I've done that. Anyway. This is the second instalment. The first one was absolutely terrible beer. Um, this is the second one, and this is a New England IPA, and it's a can of their What's Cooler Than Being Cool. Well, I'll tell you what's cooler than being cool. Being JB, being me. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyway, I did not know how strong this beer was until just now. It says 8% on his on his jean pocket type of thing. So I'm looking at that and thinking there's a lad in a hoodie ready to go into Tesco's to shoplift a shitload of Tiny Rebel and do a runner like you do. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's when it comes to marketing, Tiny Rebel, they know what they're doing. They really do. But when it comes to beer, do Tiny Rebel know what they're doing? Well, that's open to debate, isn't it? They're more than capable of producing the goods. I've said it all along. I've said it about that lot in Scotland, Tiny Rebel, and I've seen that lot down near bloody Leeds. Is it in Leeds, Northern Monk? They're more than capable of producing beers. They've got the facilities to produce the goods. They have. But, you know, like anything, it's like you've got all the gear, but you could have no idea. Anyway, let's crack it open like you do. 8% New England IPA. Let's see if this is any good. I know that it's been out a while. Well, on the nose, it smells very typical New England stone fruits and that New England. No, it's very typical of the style. It doesn't smell like an 8% beer, to be honest. It smells, like a 5% New England IPA, which you get from the supermarket everywhere. So let's pour it out. Have I been lambasted for hating? I don't hate Tiny Rebel. This is the thing. I don't hate Tiny Rebel. It's got a green tinge to it. I've just noticed on the pour. I don't hate them. I just find them frustrating. They're selling their souls to the supermarkets. Northern Monks selling their souls to the supermarkets. Brewdog, wow. Don't even, do not even mention them. They're the kind of like everything under the sun which is unethical. Brewdog have done. Going back to this beer, yeah, it's not full on chicken stock. You can see slightly through it. Thin and whitehead. Let's get a whiff. And again, it smells, yeah, it ticks a box. It smells like a New England IPA. Stone fruits, peach, apricot, it's there. It still doesn't smell like an 8% beer. Gonna go in. Cheers. Going again. You know what? I really don't know what I think of that. Going again. On the aroma, everything ticked the boxes, everything ticks the boxes, but when I'm drinking it, 8%, it feels a little bit thin for me. It doesn't feel big, it doesn't feel bold, it feels thin. Then you get the warmth of the alcohol towards the back end. I don't think the alcohol is very well hidden. The more you go in, you pick up that alcohol presence. What do I think of it? The word I'll give you for this is lackluster. It feels lackluster. It feels a little bit. It feels lazy. It feels like a lazy beer. I suppose it's, when you look at the can, you look at the type of person who's portrayed on the can. It's portrayed as somebody who's maybe lazy. It feels lazy. It feels lackluster. It's not. I can't really say it's a really bad beer, because there are elements of this beer which are okay. You get the stone fruitness. You get the New England IPA notes to it. But on the back end, you get the alcohol, and it's not hidden really. And for me, I've had better. Would I buy it again? No. Do I find? To be honest, I was expecting this to be worse than what it is. I was expecting this to be terrible. There are elements of this beer for me which do feel terrible. But there are elements which I think, yeah, it ticks a box, and it's mostly on the aroma, not on the actual beer itself. It's funny, isn't it? You're cracking open a can of beer, it ticks the boxes where smell's concerned, but when you start to delve underneath it all and start tasting the beer, it show how much it falls short, And I think for me, that is the summation of this beer. It just feels half-hearted, brewed with no passion. And it's a sad thing to say. It just feels it's just been brewed with no passion at all. It just feels like a beer for the sake of it. I'm going again. Yeah, it's thin in body for an 8% beer. It's quite astonishing. So they get the thumbs up for me when it comes to that. Taste notes, yeah, hints of lemon. There's slight tropicalness to it. Apricot for me, but it's not doing anything. And I think that is the bottom line. It's not doing anything. It's like a limp dick watching hardcore porn. It's not doing nothing. And for me, what's cooler than being cool? What's cooler than being cool is not buying this beer. I wouldn't buy it again. I think it's about £4 as well. I would not touch it with a barge pole. I really wouldn't. There's more enjoyable beers out there for £4 than that. So, thank you very much for watching this beer review. Don't even bother with that one. See you on the next one. Kiss it, bibby.